What is this? What show are we doing? Frankly Speaking. Welcome back.
Soon to arrive.
Soon to arrive, the star of the show, Frank Pesce.
Star.
The star, the namesake. He's running a little late.
The impetus.
The impetus.
For us doing this in the first place.
The pompetus.
The pompetus.
The pompetus of love.
Some people call me the space cowboy.
Welcome to the Frank Gina monologue. Thank you. I was going to name that this episode.
Nice.
Well, because I just assumed he was going to come in and just
monologue,
take over. Yeah,
he could. He's late because for some reason we didn't talk.
There was,
even though I saw him and told him, asked him if he needed a ride.
There was a miscommunication in your clear depiction of what was going to happen today.
Yes, and he said he didn't need a ride, so
he's going to get Matt. Make sure you mention that somebody jerked him off and said, "Oh, you got to get Frank back on."
I will say that, and that's true. That was on Twitter.
It was, yeah. I saw it.
Turns out there was a relative, but not really.
Somehow found it.
A friend of his niece or something like that.
Somebody found it. That's good.
What it was.
That's good.
So, but I was just telling Pat outside that we had this really great run of like 24, 25 days of downloads every day.
Oh, wow.
It was really cool for us. I mean, it's really cool. And then we had a one day of nothing. And that destroyed me.
Really, like
you didn't come out of the house.
I wouldn't come out of the house anyway. But it destroyed me. And then we went back.
Literally 0 downloads in one day.
Yes, wow. But we had like a run of like this great,
month.
Incredible. Yeah. There was a day when out of nowhere, like Vanessa's episode for some reason got hit like a lot, and it's just like, wow, somebody's out there looking on the internet for her or whatever, and they're finding our little thing and they're downloading it.
That's fascinating.
And then we had another 2 days of some pretty good downloads, and then yesterday back to
got to keep cranking them out.
We got to keep it. That's what I tell him. We got to do this as often as possible. It can't be.
It's not even about that, I think, as much as consistency. People need to know when and where.
Yeah.
It's like Thursday night at 9 o'clock. I know that if it were the 90s, that Seinfeld's going to be on. And like, if Seinfeld was like, maybe we won't do one this week. What's the deal with scheduling?
What a podcast.
It's like people like to know.
They want to know where to go.
People are habitual, I think.
Pat, do a Seinfeld impression just so we've all done it.
What are you talking about? Is that good? No?
It was somewhere. Mine was the worst.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting a call. Hello?
He's outside?
Hello?
He's at the door.
Are you coming in?
Hold on, I'll go get him.
All right, I'll get somebody to open the door for you.
Don't you give him the code? I'm not going to say it on the show.
I don't have the code.
Can buzz. What do you mean? You buzzed me when you got here. You buzzed in.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's Alex. All right. Man, he really runs this thing.
Alex is running this thing. He promotes it. I could, and not just the...
you could take it or leave it. Is that what you're going to say?
No. The promotion part, I really let the show down. I love the show, but like I should tweet more and... You know, get cross...
That's another thing with consistency, and I struggle with that too. I feel like I don't tweet nearly as much as other people.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, Frank?
There is.
Did you watch the movie?
I did. I have not seen you since then?
No.
All right, get your headphones on. Frank Pesce is in the building.
1 to 10, what
Frankly
did you say
speaking.
about that movie?
I give it an 8.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
I liked it a lot.
You're sticking around.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. I can't believe I haven't seen you since then. Yeah.
Right, what movie are you talking about?
You guys packed up? I don't know what happened.
Put your headphones on, please.
A lot of things, but it's all bad news.
Oh, no.
What?
Hold
Oh,
on.
my
Let's
God.
let's just jump right to 29th Street. Matt, you did watch the movie?
Well, it's been months now.
Okay.
It's not fresh in my mind anymore, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, just tell me some memorable lines.
Oh man, like I said, it was 2 months ago, but
Zuzu's,
so I'm not going to
pedals.
What about Ivory Gold Mist? What about you ain't got no high school diploma? No, I ain't got one on me.
I didn't lose. I didn't lose any of my money.
Their money.
Their money.
That's good.
What are you chasing the cat for? His heat from the bodies. His body is burning the lawn. You can't write these lines. These came out of my father's mouth.
Right out of the...
Yes.
Well, didn't someone write them down at some point?
No. I told him to the writer.
Okay.
And there are people, when I see them, I don't want to tell you how many people have said different things to me. I was doing a movie. Who comes over to me? Vinny Pazienza, the boxer. And he says to me, "You cop, drive the car." Remember that? You don't
Yes.
remember it. When you come in the street.
I don't remember the boxer.
You called
How
up the
old
front.
is he? From the
Oh,
60s?
no, you remember
70s. You know.
Did he?
Oh, you saw him before Durant, before everybody.
Yeah.
Really?
What about they found the car? Where? Bud fucking Lake, New Jersey.
That I loved.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
Well, how come you don't remember it?
Because it was
Pay
months
attention.
ago.
Would you only watch it once?
I only watched it once.
Yeah.
I admit.
Well, you know, film students.
I'm still, I've got a baby boy at home. He's keeping me up at night, and so I'm
All right, you said you enjoyed it.
I did. I loved it.
What was
All right.
What was your like senior film school
my project.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
He
don't.
doesn't remember.
Yeah, I have a terrible memory. No, I didn't do a
Frank's
senior
shaking his
film.
head.
I did a. I did a script. I was focusing on screenwriting.
And what was that?
I think it was kind of semi-autobiographical, just like Frank's movie. Yeah, I mean, my life is very different than yours. Not as interesting.
And what happened to you that was so memorable?
Nothing.
What's your favorite?
why-
What did you get? An A, a B, a C? What'd you get?
I think I got a
C minus?
I did get probably a B. I know I did well in that class. I don't remember what I got on the actual script, but
Well, you're a likable guy. You don't look like a troublemaker or a ball buster or
Yeah, I
whatever.
tried to keep
you
my
know.
head down and just get
They
through
don't
it.
go. They don't flunk guys like you.
yeah, it's all
Yeah.
looking back on it. It's all a big scam. Like, why do you have to pay someone money to? You can write a script, but you don't need to go to school. Anyone can sit down and write.
You got
something.
that right.
You don't need acting school either, do you, Frank? To get work? Just
I
have
don't
some
think
friends?
so. It's just, have some friends and don't waste your time in acting classes and for parts you're never going to get and all that. It's a joke. Cagney never took an acting lesson in his life. Robert Mitchum said, learning how to act is like learning how to grow tall. He says kids can do it. I don't get it, and there's a bunch of them that never got into that. And I think they're right. It's ridiculous. I've been in 80 movies. I don't know if I was ever in the moment once. I just knew. Frank, are you ready? Yeah, let's go. Hey, fucko, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Midnight Run, American Gigolo. What the fuck? I want my lawyer here yet, Eddie? All those movies. I had to go and warm up and get in the moment. And I had to ask a lot, what is my motivation in this? Frank, just curse and you're pissed off and all that. Oh, I think I could do it. Okay.
And you're getting paid.
Yeah. The fuck is going on here? Oh, please. It's a joke. But athletes. Remember Alex Karras, great football player?
Yeah.
He won an Emmy Award, Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Movie of the Week. Which
Really?
acting school did he go to? Lee Strasberg's School of Sacking the Actors? I don't know. It's a joke. Forget that.
What did he
That
win
was-
for? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Was it Brian's song?
No. His wife played Amelia Earhart.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's her name? She's
Something
famous.
Clark.
Susan Clark.
Yeah.
Yes, he played somebody in it or whatever. Oh, Babe Dietrichson's story or some fucking thing.
he won an Emmy
he
for
wins
that.
an Emmy, Best Actor. Yeah. Oh wait, there's more guys that that
Fred
were
Dreyer.
Fred
Excellent
Dreyer.
actor.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but his show ran 8-9 years, so it's all
Yeah.
bullshit.
Okay.
Jim Brown.
Biggest movie star for like 5-6 years in a row, #1 box office.
Jim Brown?
Jim Brown, yeah. Look it up. Get
Kelly's
your phone out.
Heroes.
No. 100 Rifles, The Dirty Dozen. Oh, he did a bunch of movies. Look up his thing. You'll see them all. #1 box office star. Yeah, Jim Brown.
Some guys are just good at being themselves, and it turns out who they are is actually fun to watch. So
And the
just
parts
get up
find
there.
them or they write them
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah. I mean, nobody, as far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest actors we've ever seen is Joe Pesci. He's right there with Cagney and all them guys. The 3 movies he did, Goodfellas, Raging Bull, and Casino. And my cousin Vinny, the 2 Utes who were there at the case. And
That line I remember. No offense to your movie.
He is pretty unique, boy. He really lit up the screen in Raging Bull. And I'm not going to answer that question. Because you're a sick fuck. Why don't you lose some weight? You're driving yourself crazy. You're not telling me what I want to know. You fucking my wife? You're sick. Remember that stuff?
Yeah.
Did you get embarrassed? I did. I was in the movies going like, I can't. This is embarrassing. Why doesn't he ask him when nobody's around? What the fuck? Everybody's. Oh, what a sick movie. But Joe Pesci. got nominated and lost. He should have won.
Yeah.
But then what happens to like Pesce?
What do you mean? What happened to him now?
Well, I mean, he after Casino, I mean,
he wants. Listen, he's a 2-time Oscar nominee. One time he won. My cousin Vinny is terrific. He wants to get paid well. The movies they're making today suck. They're just not. You can't.
No more Lethal Weapons coming.
No more. Well, Batman, Superman, Iron Man, and what's the other guy? Look, there's Batman, Superman,
America,
Spider-Man, and there's another one. There's 4
the
of them.
Avengers.
The
Hulk Man,
Spider-Man, Batman,
Superman.
You had it. Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, and Iron Man.
Yeah. It's all like they're making that shit and the other crap. The movies today suck. Big time. Big time. The greatest filmmaker in the world is Woody Allen. I'm going to go and see his picture tomorrow.
Yeah.
The guy's the best.
Yeah.
He's on budget. They don't cost a fortune. Movies about people here on Earth.
Can make one a year.
And they're intelligent and they're funny and all that and all this other crap. And they just spent I don't know how many billion on Pacific Rim, The Lone Ranger, Battleship, John Carter, $200 million in each one. You get it?
Yeah.
We're sinking.
Yeah.
The movies suck, and worse suck than that is today's music. It doesn't suck, it blows. It's fucking brutal. I haven't heard a song. I think it's 10 years ago. I just discovered it. It came out maybe 10 years ago. One song I liked was supposed to be the greatest group since the Beatles, and U2.
Yeah.
They got a song called I'm Still Searching for What I'm Looking For, or I'm looking
I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's
their
25
album,
years ago.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think 30, yeah.
That's how bad it is. It's over. We're going down the drain.
Mm-hmm.
We are the Romans. We conquered the world, the greatest army in the world, the greatest civilization, all the arts they had, them guys with the statues and painting and all that shit. And what happened? They destroyed themselves from within. Yes, they did. And this is even so. How'd they do that? Well, they had the greatest army. They ended the draft. So did the United States. Yeah, the army sucks now. You know that? We're getting threats from fucking countries. They flew planes into New York City. We're supposed to, blown them right off the fucking map. Find out who it is. That's it. It's over. Oh, no. A joke. And then our morals have sunk like the Romans did and all that.
They're going down.
Remember the Romans going to the arena watching the gladiators? And cutting their throats open and all that. Be honest, boys. 20 years ago, if I would have said to you, boxing is going to disappear. What? Muhammad Ali? Yeah. What about George Foreman? Yeah. No, they're going to have guys in a cage and they're going to
Frank's pounding
and fucking they do this thing
forearm
and I know tough guys, real tough guys that go, I'll get it off. I don't want to watch it. All right, including me. I can't stand to watch it. It's insane.
Yeah.
The guy goes like this. Goes down, the guy runs over, and ref don't stop. He'll kill him.
Yeah.
He'll kill him.
So
and the ref's gonna run over. That's it. Enough.
Do you guys watch that stuff?
Reflection?
You don't watch that? Do you watch it, Pat?
No.
You know who watches it?
America.
Kids.
The kids today, 13 and 14.
Yeah.
When they're not watching videos?
They think that boxing, when they see those regular boxing match, whether it's Mayweather or whatever that. And when they're going to fight, they get them down. They try to bend their arm. They got these holes that, that's it. You got to give up. He'll snap your fucking wrist.
Yeah.
They've got these holes called a guillotine. There's an arm bar.
You got to tap out.
The kids today, it's a fight on you. Oh, what? They're going to box? I've seen it. They don't want to see it.
Well, to them, boxing must look like when you see film of old people like
tennis. The old people playing tennis.
They play tennis in long dresses and everything.
The old guys playing basketball when nobody was playing. LeBron's look out! He's going to come.
The set shot. Everyone just stops.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking. But you think it's good? I don't.
I don't watch it.
I know you don't watch it.
But I don't really watch. I didn't watch boxing either. I never really.
All right.
But that's a
But you know what I'm saying.
So you're saying society's going down, the morals, everything.
Done.
Movies.
Done.
Is it a reflection of the movies?
The arts suck.
But there's still good things, don't you think? They're just not the popular things as much.
What do you mean there's good things?
There's still, I guarantee, there's a lot of music out there, and there are a lot lot of movies out there, and there's a lot of TV shows out there. But most of them suck.
But it's terrible. They're out there. But wait a minute.
But could you dig into like one little corner and find some music that would appeal to you? It's just not what's on the radio necessarily. But
I used to look. I like those guys, Frank Sinatra.
What about somebody like Michael Bublé?
Yeah, one guy
doing the covers.
One guy.
There's tons of guys doing that.
When I was there are.
Yeah, they're just not successful or not as successful.
Well, they're fucking terrible. But when I was in my heyday, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Bobby Darin, not Wayne Newton. Come on, the Johnny Mathis, Perry Como, all of them. They were all over. Yes, even Barry Manilow was making great songs and all. There's one guy now, Michael Bublé. You have to listen to him or you're done.
I'm trying to think of another guy like that.
What? Besides Michael Bublé?
Well, Harry Connick started out doing that, but then he got
Harry Connick started out, and then he got 4 flat tires. He went nuts.
He started doing all that jazz fusion shit for a while.
My brother goes to Las Vegas, him and his wife, and Harry Connick is the heir to the Frank Sinatra thing, and he's the new Frank Sinatra. Oh, this was the guy.
The When Harry Met Sally soundtrack. He's a 21-year-old
He saved the movie.
It's incredible.
So my brother goes there, and Harry Connick is there and sees his palace. They're ready. They're going to think they're going to hit Frank Sinatra. Come fly with me and all them things. And Harry Connick starts to with this shit about, I'm from New Orleans. And and back down there, we got a kind of music. And he started doing that fucking shit.
That
jazz and that
America's
and
only
that Cajun bullshit and all this.
And a little scat on top of it.
My brother looks at his wife and says, listen, make believe you don't feel good. Gonna look like you're going to the bathroom, and I'll be there in 2 minutes. We got to get out of here.
That's remarkably polite of him to come up with an excuse. Can't you just leave if you don't like it?
No, you got to make it like you can't just get up.
They were probably in the front row.
Okay. Oh yeah. He's the worst show ever. So. The arts today suck.
Who's the guy? One of the tenors.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah, Bocelli. How about
you like an Andrea Bocelli?
He's okay. There's a couple of them guys around. But listen, I don't know where you were. You must have been around. You got Lennon and McCartney. You got Keith Richards and Mick Jagger. Mm-hmm. You got Neil Diamond, pretty talented guy.
And Garfunkel.
There's a guy around. He's a genius, but nobody realizes it. But they do and they don't. But there's a guy named Bob Dylan. Where the fuck is the guy today?
He's still touring.
I know, but
he's a
75 years old.
I know. There's a guy lurking around for today's talent.
Oh, you mean the next Bob Dylan?
Yes, look at it. There's nothing. It's not even.
Yeah.
You know who's pretty good? It's terrible.
I think that
Justin Bieber.
It's hard to be.
Yeah, there you go.
It's hard to be a Bob Dylan or a Beatles now because there's so many different places to find music and so many ways to get it that we don't have the radio. Like in your day. Everything came through the radio, and so it basically
and Morse
everyone
code.
experienced the same music
together.
But
guess what? It's over. Do you remember the top 40 bullshit? What song was number one and all that?
Yeah,
there is no more.
That's what I mean.
You know,
it doesn't mean there isn't still music. It just means that.
And they would have the top albums. You knew who the best selling. Remember Sgt.
It's all digital.
Remember Sgt. Pepper's album? And this I remember that album came out
46 years ago.
The whole world knew about that album.
Yeah.
Everybody was buying Sgt. Pepper's Lonely, all that stuff. It was an event. And did you hear it? I heard. If you listen to it, it's astounding.
But did everybody like it? Because my point is
90% of them did.
But because it is great. I'm not going to argue that.
Oh, come on.
But you can now get any kind of music you want to hear. If you're into salsa, you can go find 1,000 salsa songs in 5 seconds on the internet. Or if you're into, hardcore death metal, you can find that. And so what's happening is those people don't have to listen to the radio anymore. They're not forced to listen to the same thing that everyone else is listening to. So everyone sort of goes into their own little place.
Well, how do you find out about new stuff? How do you find out that when they used to place their album? They say, who got a new album today? Here's the title track, the Rolling Stones or the Moody Blues or Santana. Remember them guys?
Right. Yeah.
What do? Frank, they play Latin, jazz, and rock. Well, which one is they good at? Frank, they play Latin, jazz, and rock. All in one thing. Oh, yeah, I want to hear this. And I'm hearing it. Oye, como va, got a black magic woman. Hey, it is Latin. It is jazz. It is
rock.
Yeah. So, Don't you get it?
Well,
Trust me.
Don't you think they were forced to do that because they had to appeal to as wide an audience as they could? But now you don't have to do that.
But don't you get it? All these talented people. Who the fuck is around now? I can't wait for their next album. Oh, God. I don't know.
There are people who still feel that way about music.
Maroon 5? What about Coldplay? And who's those other guys? The Pearls. Pearl Jam.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
them.
what do they do?
They just played Wrigley Field.
I do think Pearl Jam is kind of today's Rolling Stones. Like, I feel like they carry the torch of, like,
Nirvana,
like rock and roll.
everybody.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Rolling
they play-
Stones.
Well, Eddie Vedder
Pearl
has
Jam.
that voice of a generation.
Pearl Jam's a great rock band. I'm not gonna.
All right. And I'm not in the same league with the Rolling Stones. Please. Those guys wrote some masterpieces.
Yes.
I mean, you can't always get what you want and, all that other stuff.
But I would put Pearl Jam up there with them. I think it's just a different era. It's just a different time. So the style of music they play is a little different. But
I'm shocked.
From my age, I'm 39.
You missed it. Listen to me. I'm going to be 69 in 3 years, but you missed it. Trust me. Listen to me.
I'm going to be 59 in 6 years.
Yes.
Do I hear 49?
7 years.
What if we were all exactly 10 years apart? That would be
Oh,
crazy.
my God.
The Beatles.
Even flow.
That would be like The View or whatever the boys version of The View is.
Listen, the Beatles made the Meet the Beatles. It was a teeny bopper thing. Okay. The next album they made, they did something like they called Rubber Soul, and they had on there Michelle, my blah. Then they did a thing called, what was it? Rubber Soul. Revolver. Every
It was
album
Revolver.
was Revolver.
And then everyone changed.
Yeah.
They reinvented themselves.
Their hair got longer.
And these guys got involved with
Introspective.
strings and all that,
Shankar.
and that Sgt. Pepper's thing, A Day in the Life, woke up today, but she blew my brains out.
Yeah. I read the news
Yeah.
today. Oh, boy.
Please.
Well, yeah,
I'm telling you.
they broke new ground. Pearl Jam's breaking different ground.
Yeah, well, it ain't.
It might not
too
be
many
the same
people are
impact
listening.
or whatever.
There was a lot more ground to be broken in the 60s. Can we say that at least?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guys that did it, and I'll tell you something. I'm home with my parents. I'm the oldest guy here. And they're watching a show. Jackie Gleason's got some show on, a variety show, whatever. And I'm sitting there, and up to this time,
How old are you? Teenager?
I got to be 10
Okay.
or 11.
So we're talking.
So I'm watching
60s.
this, and all I've heard every day, my father's putting on Frank Sinatra, and I'm watching, and this guy comes out, his fucking sideburns and his thing, and what was the one for Elvis? I fucking never forgot it. And he played the guitar, and he had that rhythm beat, and that E and A chord stuff. Still with my blue six, and then he
caught your attention, grabbed it?
Yeah.
What'd your parents think
shit.
of him? He was
My
pretty
father
provocative.
my father hated. My mother said, "Oh, he's not bad," but my father was like, "You call that shit music?"
Yeah.
What did your parents think of the Beatles?
They didn't care for it.
Did you care?
What about when the Animals came around?
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff.
They were great. Eric Burden. House of the Rising Sun. Boom, boom, boom. Going to shoot you right down. Oh, please. They were pretty good. They were no slouches. Their name was ridiculous.
The British Invasion. You were right there. Were you at Ed Sullivan Theater when the Beatles played?
No.
You could have enough connections to get into that.
I went to Asbury Park to this big theater and went to see Ray Charles. The opening act was a group called the Rolling Stones.
Whoa.
They were pretty good.
That's crazy.
They were doing real rock and roll then. They were doing "Oh Carol," a Chuck Berry song, and they were doing Route 66. You had
Rhythm and
plans,
blues.
Motor West, Take My Highway. That's the route. And they were rocking out. These guys are pretty good. They weren't doing the Jerry and the Pacemaker shit and all that. These guys are into blues. The Rolling Stones still are. They're kind of funky. But Jerry and the
That's where they got their name.
Pacemakers and Freddie and the Dreamers, all those guys suck. But they were great.
Did you ever see the Beatles live?
Yes, in Shea Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law was there too. Maybe you saw
Sold
her.
out. You know how I got in? They had the police things outside, those wooden horses and all that. And there was a bunch of us outside, and you could hear going, and they took one of the things and put it up against the wall, the thing, and we crawled up on it, and you reach the thing, and in you go. But I saw Elvis Presley at Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
I'll never forget it.
What year?
it had to be the 70s.
Comeback.
He was on his way down?
No. He's making his comeback when he looks great. He's got that white suit and he's not fat and all that, you know, like he did in Hawaii. So, Madison Square got the first show in New York. You couldn't get in. The sold out. I knew a guy, an old guy, a friend of my father, an old guy. He knew the ushers in Madison Square Garden. Were these old Irish guys, and he ripped the tickets and all that. You know, he was a union guy. He knew them, and he used to always tell me, when you ever go there, come here, stupid, listen to me. When you ever go there and you want to get a good seat, there's empty seats there. You tell the ushers you're a friend of Jimmy Kelly. Tell me you're a friend of Jimmy Kelly. You'll see. But Jimmy Kelly was the boss of the place. They all knew him, every Irish guy. So I get this girl who I'm always...
Nobody can rip tickets up like us Irish.
Yes, they were good, but they were in the union. It was an Irish union, but Jimmy Kelly was the guy. And he would be around too, you know, everything. Just to keep his eyes over, you know, bullshit, and he's probably getting $10,000 a week. So I get this girl who I've got the hots for, and I tell her, what are you doing? Want to go with me tonight and see Elvis? Yeah, you're going to get in there, Frank. Don't worry, I'll get in there. We'll get in, don't worry. I park the car, I go. The guy's ripping the tickets up. I got $40 from me your ticket. Yes, I'm a friend of Jimmy Kelly. Oh, come on in. Over here, get over here. We go in. How is Jimmy? Tell him I said hello. Yeah, I'll tell him as soon as I see him. And then the guy got me a folding chair. Yeah, sit over here, put me on the side. The stage was there. I'm here. Elvis is he's facing me, but I could see him real good. So I'm waiting. They darken the lights, and the people start getting crazy. I don't know, the fans of his from the 50s, present, they're starting to get fucking nuts. The screams are starting. The band starts. That 2001 thing.
Space on it.
Then all of a sudden he comes out, and there's motion picture cameras rolling. The news media is there, ABS, CBS, all that. People in there got flash bulbs. It's like, holy shit, he looks like God. He's got this white suit and a cape on, and he comes out, and the lights just keep flashing, fucking noise, and the band, this orchestra. And he turns around and he grabs a guitar. Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right. And it was just one scream to the end. And he couldn't have looked better.
Sounded good, too?
Oh, he did that song that I was never crazy about, but then I finally got it. Thank God I caught it the right. So he does this medley of My Eyes Are Seeing the Glory, the coming. What is it called?
Stuff?
It's called the American Trilogy thing.
Oh. It's all
holy
patriotic.
Shit! Show. Yes, it's really glory, glory, hallelujah,
DEA days.
Glory. Oh man, it was great.
Yeah. That's when Jerry Weintraub was promoting.
He had nothing to do with this.
No. What?
He comes around later. This was Colonel Tom Parker with his stuff, but I'll never forget this guy Elvis. And the guy was
get laid?
Really talented. No.
Oh, what? From getting her in there?
Yeah.
Man.
She was in shock. She kept telling, what did you tell that guy? What did you tell that guy? What do you care what I told him?
Drop him.
No, what?
Yeah, she wouldn't give in.
Weintraub promoted him with Colonel Tom. They were partners.
Yeah, later. But when he came to New York, Weintraub had nothing to do with this. He was on the road for like 10 years, Elvis. He gets Weintraub later on.
Is that the same guy that works with Clooney? Is that how it started?
Yes.
He did the Hawaiian special. He did all those things when he went on that tour after that.
He didn't do the tour in Hawaii. The one that Elvis Aloha from Hawaii. That ain't Weintraub. He comes later around.
Did you read that? Doesn't Jerry Weintraub have a book he put a couple years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, and then that documentary they did on HBO, they deal with that.
Okay.
We'll bring it back. Bring it in next time.
Let me ask you about the Shea Stadium, the Beatles. My mother-in-law, who was there, said that the screaming girls were so loud. She was one of them, but
the sound was not.
You couldn't even hear the band.
They're out at second fucking base, playing on the speakers. Them days, they didn't have the technology they got today.
Yeah.
You really couldn't hear it. Yeah,
All you heard was screaming.
Good.
This is like an hour of screaming, and then I'm going to go home.
Not even. They played a half hour.
They got
Is that
done.
true?
Yeah, they
Half
played
an hour?
like 45 minutes, maybe it was. They jumped. They went to an armored truck and left. They left the guitars in and all that. They waved to everybody and they left.
On a helicopter. All right. Well, let's. We got to jump into something else because we're running out of time. You're not going to be here for a while. We want to hear about that because speaking of how you don't need acting lessons. It helps if you have friends in high places. And let's just hear what your trip is about, Frank, if you could share with us.
Well, Sly Stallone and me are good friends. I'm going on a trip with him. And
Okay.
but I ain't got no big part in this movie. It ain't like you get a Pesce play this guy and that guy. I know, but it's a great trip.
Where are you going?
What are you, his double?
Italy, standing.
Oh. First he's going to Italy.
Because then they go to Bulgaria for
3 months.
Like 3 months to do Expendables Part 3.
And you're
Arnold, Bruce, Mickey Rourke, Jason Statham, Steven Seagal, Mel Gibson.
Oh, my God.
Jet Li?
Everybody's...
Isn't Jet Li in there?
Mel Gibson.
No, Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie Chan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, Mel Gibson's in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. He wasn't in the first two, was he?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's a
Mel,
insane.
a great filmmaker, Mel Gibson. Boy, he's...
Have you ever met him?
Yeah, but, I haven't been on that.
Yeah.
But, this guy made some pretty good movies. Let's stop right with this one.
Passion of the Christ?
No, I'm not crazy about that. Braveheart. I never thought I'd ever see a movie as good as Ben-Hur or Spartacus, the one with Kirk Douglas and all that. And we saw Braveheart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good picture.
Yeah, I loved it.
And the winner is Mel Gibson, Braveheart. Best picture of the year. Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
What a movie.
Did he get director?
Yeah.
Yes, best
Yeah, it was
director,
best
best actor, best picture.
What happened to Mel Gibson? He hasn't been around as much. Did something go wrong with his career?
He's going out. He's going out.
Malibu happened.
He's going out with the wrong women.
Yeah. And he,
Wait a minute.
Ava Braun? Who's he going out with?
people that record his messages.
There's something really strange going on. I think there's a conspiracy on the conspiracy. Remember
what?
I told you about the missile hit the plane?
Yeah.
And those guys came around and said, we're going to show this documentary.
Right.
I
What was the guy's name that you were talking
don't know, but where's the documentary? I think they got to them guys and told them.
Squash the film?
What happened?
I know that
It
was
was
coming
supposed to have
out.
been on cable, on a television for free, that it was coming out. I heard July 21st. Look, that's when it was supposed to come out. July 21st,
Yeah.
the movie about the missile hitting the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, it disappeared. Maybe the government got to them and said,
I got a new one for you. Did you hear about that guy, the journalist who died
crashed in a car crash?
Yeah. That seems fishy, doesn't it?
yeah, but
There's a lot of people.
yeah, he was onto something.
Yeah, he was doing a story.
Was he a
on-
war correspondent? Or
No.
what was he?
No, he wrote for BuzzFeed, and he had written for some magazines and newspapers before that. But he
Said he had a big story he was going to break.
He sent an email to a friend or something and saying, "I got to go off the grid for a little while, but I'm onto something big." And then he died in a car crash, like at 3
next
o'clock
day,
in the morning.
he
in
said,
LA.
tomorrow I'm going to break a big story.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Now
Yeah.
I'm in.
Goes down Highland Avenue. He goes, the car wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
And they think that's
They like
rigged the car on him.
The LAPD didn't suspect any foul play, so there was no real investigation. But it looked like witnesses said it looked like he was going there. I think the quote was, it looked like the car was going as fast as a car can go and didn't slow down and just smashed it.
And exploded and blew up.
And then they cremated his body without
Instantly.
Well, yeah, I think the accident cremated his body first, but they cremated his body
No
without
autopsy?
before the family even had a chance to.
That year, the Braveheart won. That's what I was wanting to see. What else was out that year? Would you say it's better than Casino?
Yeah, it's a better movie.
Not the same year, is it?
Yeah.
That was
Same year.
That
way.
year was crazy. That was the same year as Usual Suspects and Seven,
Yep.
which I love Seven.
There was a lot of good movies that year.
It was crazy.
I liked Seven, the rain and all that. It had great atmosphere. That guy's a good director, Fincher.
Yeah.
He made a movie better than Seven. Should have won Best Picture of the Year. The Zodiac.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
a great
that movie a
movie.
lot.
That's
like
a
the movie,
great.
yeah.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But listen to what morons they are. And this guy, he's lucky I'm not working for him. Listen to what happens. I go and see the movie in the theater. It's great.
What movie?
Zodiac.
Okay.
You saw it, right?
Yep.
And you saw it, right? Big screen. Now the movie comes. I have a friend at Paramount. He's head of the video department. Oh, give me Zodiac. I want Zodiac. Let me have one. As soon as it comes out, I'll give it. He gives me one. I go home and watch it.
Duplicate 100 copies.
No. It's on sale and all that. The movie's over. If you remember the movie, things come on. so-and-so suspect went to jail. The murder stopped. He died, and the phone call stopped, all that, whatever. But the print, you need binoculars to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I tell my friend, I said to him, what the fuck are they doing? They blew it. They blew it. You can't, the whole movie, you can't read the print. You got to go up to the television.
Yeah.
Now, the director or somebody, I said to him, go and tell them they'll give you a promotion. He was afraid. He thought he'd get fired for telling them whatever. I'm telling you. I go to New Jersey with my brother, my other friend. We're at the racetrack and all that. We're staying in a hotel together. And we got a suite and all that. And then I watch, what's on the television? So, did you ever see Zodiac? No. They start watching it with me. I had a few drinks. So they're watching and watching. You know, great. The end of the movie comes. My brother's going, what does it say? Wait a minute, what the hell does it say? So, it's the whole movie. So I can't believe great director like David Fincher. You're supposed to look at that stuff when it comes out. This is your movie. Yeah, I'm going to see the video version today. The print is too small at the end. You can't read it. No one spotted it but me.
Nice. Are they saying they caught the guy and because he was in jail and died that this
I say
stopped?
We all saw the movie.
Yeah.
Remember the guy they go and see? He's got a watch on. It says Zodiac. Where'd you get the watch? Number one. Number two, the killer. They took a imprint of his shoes. Mm-hmm. They were only sold at an army base. You can only buy them shoes at an army base. Yeah. This guy was in the army, and he was even at the base, something like that. This guy is a real prime suspect, and they're watching him, and they think it's him. Well, he died. He goes to jail, and the murders stop. Mm-hmm. No more letters, no more nothing. And then he comes out of jail and he dies, and no more murders, and no more. So, keen sense of the obvious. Yeah, that's the guy.
But the movie leaves it a little
they never really proved it.
Yeah, right.
Sounds Hitchcockian. I thought they don't make good movies anymore. It sounds like they made a pretty good one there.
They make one here, one there, whatever. Yeah. They made a lot better ones way back then. But what do you want to do with all those Batman, Iron Man, Spider-Man?
I loved Iron Man.
Battleship.
I loved Iron Man.
I think the first Iron Man
John Carter. Yeah, that's okay. But 3 and 4 more of them and all that. Come on. The third one sucks. I hope you know that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, how lucky you are.
I heard it was good.
Why don't you go see The Lone Ranger and then do Battleship?
I'll never watch.
And John Carter. What about John Carter?
Yeah,
there's a gem. Oh, that.
But Fincher does a lot. I mean, like the thing with like TV now is you say there's nothing. TV is actually in kind of a golden age. I mean, there's a lot of good things.
Yeah.
He does House of Cards.
House of Cards is great.
That's a great show.
The writing on
David
TV
Fincher
between what is it, Homeland or Homefront and Dexter. The writing is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't get over how good it is. I'm like, movies they're not this good.
Yeah, my feeling is that like because TV's got bigger and high definition and like there's no limitation anymore. And I don't know. I don't mind. I don't get out that much just because I have little kids, but there's so much good television. I'm like, I don't really care about
I haven't seen it, but I heard stuff like Game of Thrones is great.
Game of Thrones.
I heard The Vikings is great.
I haven't seen that.
Where do you fall like on the... Because like House of Cards, Arrested Development.
I hate Arrested
Orange
Development.
Is the Black.
Orange is the New Black.
But like, how do you feel about that? Because those are Netflix.
I love Arrested Development.
I love that.
Where's the water?
I love that. Oh, it's right behind you.
Take your headphones off.
Like with the Emmy nominations coming out, there was some like... that's not TV. That's Netflix. That shouldn't count.
But it's a weird thing. I mean, they're approaching it. Look, when you have David Fincher producing and directing a TV show, it's obviously legit.
Yeah,
and like you've got Kevin Spacey starring in a show like that's not a web series. That's a real TV show.
Exactly.
It's just the way it's distributed. There might not be a TV.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care how it gets to my television.
I don't, and people watch things, so that's why ratings and things like that don't matter anymore because how many people watch things on demand or
after the fact,
or binge on a season?
When this is over, you can go on there and get stuff.
Yeah,
I went to my friend Sly's house, and he had one of those, and he put on there.
He's pointing to a computer. Sly has a computer?
And he put it on, and he started pressing stuff, and he got him Saturday Night Live shows that he is on.
Oh, wow.
I saw something. I was on the floor. I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, yeah, that's on Hulu.
Yes.
Yeah,
you got to
can see
tell
all
me
the
how to
stuff.
get it, because I try to tell my brother, go on there and look it up. You can't find it. When we get out of here, you're going to put it on. You never seen this, and neither did you. Listen to the skit.
I think I have it on my phone, actually.
Listen to the skit, what happens. A car crashes. See a car crash.
This is Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Sly
yeah.
in it?
Sly. Norm Macdonald's at the wheel. He's
Yeah.
like this.
They better
He's
not
all
be making fun of OJ, but go on.
He's all full of blood. His wife is next to him during a car crash. Sly runs over to the car. Hey, you all right? How you doing? You okay? I'm going to call a doctor. He goes, are you the guy that made that movie Rhinestone? Oh, God, no. His wife says, what's the matter, honey? He says, take a look. And she looks at him and says, oh, wait a minute. Is that the guy that did Over the Top? And they went, oh, God, no. He goes, shut up. I know those movies weren't good, but look, I'm trying to help you. Just hang in there. And they start naming these movies that he did. And it gets funnier.
Cobra.
And funnier. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oscar.
And Norm
By the way, I
Macdonald
love
goes,
Cobra.
Something about my mom.
why are you
Stop where
doing
my
this
mom
to
will
me? Why are you doing this to me?
Beverly Hills
I'm trying
Cop,
to help you, this
Cobra.
and that. What were you thinking when you made that Cobra movie? Oh, and his wife gets, oh, that one too. Get him out of here. Well, listen, I'm trying. And he goes, Rambo, and
that was a good film.
and the Assassins, and oh, Jesus.
They'd rather die than.
Oh, God, he made.
Daylight.
God,
He's a
So,
pretty
can you
good
get that?
sport if
Yeah.
he lets him make fun of him.
Wait a minute, you can get it and you can put it on there?
I think so.
Well, how you getting it so easy?
It's
It's on
technology.
Hulu. It's a website. This website called Hulu has, I think, all the old SNL stuff on it now.
I wish we could play it over the air.
Yeah, I can.
He's got a great sense of humor, too.
I mean, to
And
let
for
him
him to
make fun
put
of-
that on and he's laughing. And then he goes out with the, who you call, the guy, I don't like him, Will Ferrell, and they're dancing like
The
idiots.
cheerleaders?
Not the cheerleaders, with those
Roxbury
disco
guys.
guys.
Oh, Night of the Roxbury.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, he goes out with them in one of the skits.
What's a typical day for you on like the set of one of these movies like?
You go,
Breakfast with-
whatever he does, I stand there. Frank, over here to the left. Yeah, I go over here. Okay, and I hear him, but everybody knows that
you're his
Sly's
guy.
friend. Yeah, so when I go to the wardrobe, hey, I need a pair of sneakers. Oh, yes, Frank. Yeah. I need this or I need that or. I need that. Yeah, they give it to you, and everybody. And then when we get done, we go and eat together. We go out. Oh, look, come here. Here, come here. Look, turn it up. Look. Here, make it louder. Can you make it louder?
That's as loud.
If we had video, this
Listen,
would be
listen.
great.
Yes. Come on. You all right? What happened? Oh, you're all right, sir. Everything's gonna be fine.
I saw white light. I felt the centerpiece. I thought I was going to heaven. But then that guy from that horrible movie Rhinestone.
It's Sly Stallone. He's trying to help us.
Who's the chick?
I don't know.
Great. I don't know which is worse.
That's,
being this actor.
Guest star?
Norman
Help
Bone.
but the star of Judge Dredd.
Look, he's laughing, Stallone.
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
He's not that kind. Did you see Cobra?
Look, Stallone's laughing too.
I just remembered staying alive.
I told you.
Just directed
Isn't
it.
this great?
That's great.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. How are you doing, madam?
My arm hurts.
Already? Can you move your fingers?
Oh, God, Paradise Alley's done.
What'd she say?
Paradise Alley.
Oh, I'm in that.
All right,
Oh,
that's
God.
good.
That's real good. No, wait. Tell me how I tell my brother to do that.
We will afterwards.
Yeah,
Wait a
just
minute,
go to
Hulu?
Hulu.com and then type in SNL Stallone.
Now,
You going to put him on speaker?
I hope he's on here. But please, not on speaker, but answer the phone, because then I got to call him outside.
The world of
Oh
Pesce.
shit! This guy goes
6:30.
Hey, how
he
was-
went to New York for dinner. That's what he did. He went to New York.
How was the lunch for Forrester's birthday you guys spent together?
It was fun. It
was fun.
It was fun. And what was the dude from Karate Kid that was there? He was a nice guy.
Marty Cove?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went old school, and he invited me to lunch at the Palm with his buddy Robert Forster and some other old actors. And,
Paradise Alley.
I never knew you could split a check 8 ways. Forster's like, look, I would have bought the thing if we could leave. It was a good time. Frank's a good host. And
Yeah, we had a good time.
Good folks.
I can't believe this. He's been trying to
it's
do it.
devolved
He
into.
did everybody. He never mentioned his Hulu stuff.
Well, he knows.
So wait,
stuff.
Stallone showed that to you in his house?
Then he showed me another one.
I love that it, like 20 years later or whatever it's been since that, what was that, 10 years ago?
Isn't it funny?
That's got to be more than that.
Well, yeah, Norm Macdonald.
That's 20 years
That was
ago.
the 90s.
McDonald's out, yeah.
Yeah.
He got kicked off for his OJ.
It's true.
He said to the group, "Look, can you move your fingers?" And she said, "Oh no, Paradise Alley." Boy, he's got.
I don't even remember Paradise Alley. What's that one?
I'm in it. It's a
That's
wrestling
the,
movie.
Oh, you're in it?
I'm in the whole movie. I'm one of the. There's 4 bad guys. I'm one of them. And at the end of the movie, there's a big wrestling match. He takes me, he throws me across the ring in the water, slide across the ring in the water,
Nice.
laughing. All that.
That's
Oh,
the
wait.
first one he directed, right?
Yeah, right after Rocky directed it.
So Stallone is a wrestler?
He wrestles in it. Him and his brothers. He's got 2 brothers. And
Harry King, one of them?
No. Armando Santi and some guy. I forget his name. Lee Canalito. Yeah, it's a fantasy movie of some kind. And he wrestles against this bad guy and one of his henchmen and some other guys there. We have on black turtlenecks and all that. And at the end of the movie, they beat the shit out of us and throw us through the ropes. We're wrestling and it's raining. It's
Wait a
coming
minute,
in
you're
the
not
ring.
in a cage, are you?
No.
I
No.
find
We're
that
in a ring that's full of
reprehensible.
water. The roof is leaking and there's a big puddle in the middle of the ring and Stallone's smashing me in the water and throwing his...
What do you think's his best movie? Not counting Rockies.
One of his best acting things is Copland.
Copland.
He's in there with all them guys and he holds his
Carter.
on.
He was good. Something named Carter.
Yeah, I like
Get
Ed Carter.
Remake.
Was it?
Oh, yeah, it's a Michael Caine movie.
He was pretty good.
I'll tell you one. Really underrated. Oh, what a lead in this is. He did a movie called Fist.
I was just going to say
He had a
Fist.
great director named Norman Jewison who made some great movies. There's, what do you call it? He did the
Justice for All.
Thomas Crown Affair, the good one with Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
All that. He does this movie. He's playing Jimmy Hoffa in the movie.
Oh,
they
Union
change his
movie.
name. He ages. He gets gray hair on the side and all that. And he really is good. It ain't like him making believe, I'm an old man. I can't. No.
it's called Fist?
He does terrific.
It's a good movie.
Fist.
It's a really good movie.
And had a good script. Rod Steiger's in it. Tony LoBianco plays the mob guy. Like when they were trying to get Hoffa and all that stuff.
It's better than Jack Nicholson's Hoffa.
Way better.
Way better.
Wow, you guys
That's a
agree
low
on
bar.
that?
Yeah. No, but
Jack
it's actually-
Nicholson's
it's a
Jack
pretty
Nicholson's one is atrocious.
Yeah, it is.
Atrocious because
Danny DeVito
directed it.
single-handedly wrecked the movie.
And he directed it.
I know. He directed it and still
And
him.
put himself in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or-
and guess
yeah.
who he plays?
An
He
amalgamation.
plays Jack
of people.
Nicholson's...
John Favreau. in that
He
movie.
plays Jack Nicholson's bodyguard in the movie. He's the director. And I gave myself a part in the movie. Okay. And every time you see Jack...
Frank standing up, walking away from the mic of the podcast.
Jack Nicholson, you see him.
Scrouching. He's scrunching.
Who are you?
Scrunching down.
The guy's
So it'll be
telling him-
DeVito's height.
Who are you? And he says, Bobby Chiro. And he go, and sometimes in the picture it goes like this. Remember when he goes like this? Look.
Hey, we
He
need
goes
another
to that,
apple crate.
And he's got a Magnum like Dirty Harry.
Yeah. When he's running to the Frank Whaley's about to kill Jack Nicholson.
Oh,
He ruined the movie.
oh my
He
God.
miscast himself. You're the director.
But I mean, the ending of Fist is so great. How he gets shot in the doorway of that house
With,
at the end of
Hoffa?
Fist.
Yeah.
Well,
Fist. Oh, yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah, well, that's what really happened to him.
That's
but
what good acting is.
Yeah, a good director, whatever. But did he ruin that picture? What a great movie it could have been. Yeah. And they used his name and all that. And Jack Nicholson, with a great underrated performance. Yeah, that's not easy pulling it up, but he was consistent. But DeVito ruined it.
Oh, yeah.
He shouldn't have gave himself that part. It just didn't work.
John C. Reilly's in it.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, J.T. Walsh is in it. Remember J.T. Walsh?
Sure.
He was great.
Second
good
cousin
friend of mine.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah.
How did he die?
Hey, speaking of friends,
Heart attack.
Dennis Farina dying. this
Yeah,
week. What do you think
Midnight
about
Run.
that?
You worked with him, right?
Midnight Run.
Yeah, he was a great dude. Great dude.
Great guy.
There's another guy. Don't need no acting classes.
Where did he get his lessons? He's terrific.
That made me sad. Gandolfini dying was whatever, but Farina dying made me sad.
What a nice guy he was. I bumped into him at Jerry's Deli or something. Hey, Fresh, how you doing? Come here, sit down.
Sit down, fucko.
Yeah.
I did some stand-up in Chicago way back when, one of my first go-rounds, before I decided to hang it up after popular demand. And Dennis Farina was at the Roxy, and he came up to me and goes, "Hey, pretty good job, kid." And I go,
He knew you from Chicago?
He didn't know me from Adam, but he just came up and said hi, and we had a drink. He was just a cool dude. I didn't know him, and he was just hanging.
Well,
he was doing that crime story or something at the time.
Story to just start so like a second act in life. Just go do
little
what you want to do.
Steppenwolf and do a little technical
and natural. He was a technical advisor on a picture called Thief, which I was involved with. Anyway, so.
By involved with, you mean didn't get the part?
Oh, I should have had the part. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, it's could be my brother.
Could be Vito.
Hello. No,
Hey,
I'm not leaving until Monday.
Did you come from a broken home?
Yeah.
I'll
I
leave
couldn't
Monday.
fix anything. That joke's not funny.
Oh,
Keeps coming
yeah.
back, though.
Bring this, bring that, whatever.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
it's an immortal.
Yeah, it got you right up in the Chicago newspapers.
All right, yeah, I'm not leaving until Monday.
And a
I'm
picture.
taping a radio show now.
First time
I'll
ever.
talk to you
Was
when
a
I get
kiss of
home.
death.
Later. All right.
Apparently, Ike's uncle worked with Farina on the police department there.
He was a technical advisor on a Thief.
Yeah.
Michael Mann's the director. So, technical advisors, they always have him on the set. And come here, let me ask you something. Would he search him if he isn't in there? Yeah, no, he would, but he wouldn't. But that's kind of stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Michael Mann takes a liking to him, gives him a small part in the movie. And he comes through. He shows some guys are really, they're self-conscious. They're cops, they don't know about acting. But he was a movie buff because when I used to talk to me, he'd tell me, "Oh, Pesce, show me this one. Who did that and who that?" He was a movie buff. He loved movies, so he must have figured it out something. So now Michael Mann does this thing called Crime Story. He gives him a fucking lead, the thing. A major part. He's the cop that's after the guy in the show, the star of the show. I'm going to get you, and I'm only going to. And when it came to doing that, he knew the dialogue.
Yeah.
That's like a real cop. Oh, don't fuck him, I'll get you.
Yeah, he was
and
so
I'm going to
natural.
get you, and he was convincing. It was almost like, we could do it better. He's a cop. That's what he does.
Yeah. And a little humor too.
And then he got
Goes a long
Midnight
way.
Run. He's terrific in Midnight Run.
Oh, he's incredible.
Get Shorty.
Get Shorty.
Great.
Look, and it just pops up. I mean, Saving Private Ryan, just little parts here and there that you're like, it's Dennis Farina.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
quickly. Boom. Yeah. Once he hits.
Out of Sight.
Yeah, Out of Sight.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I
He
love
plays
that movie.
J-Lo's dad.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Out of Sight.
Yeah, he's got a great. Was it? Did
There's
he
a
know
great-
he had the clot, or did it just hit him, or was
Just hit him. He didn't know it. How could he even know?
I
He
don't
would have been in
know.
the
I mean,
hospital. When you get a
was
blood
he a
clot,
smoker, or
like in
just-
your leg or something, you got to go to the hospital because these things
explode?
travel.
Yeah.
That's why when they say I got a blood clot and they put you in the hospital, they go in and they push it out or they dissolve it or something.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know it. And it was somewhere where it shouldn't have been. And it's, boom.
Yeah.
A blood clot stops the blood.
Rest in peace.
To get to your
Dennis.
heart and whatever, to get clots.
Just did a couple of great episodes on New Girl this year.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
played one of the best.
Oh,
Great
wow.
actor.
Comedy too. Yeah.
He
Wow.
was- he
You
was
never know,
terrific.
Frank. That's why we got to live every day, man. Every day, chasing it.
Do you get to come back at all from overseas? No, you're there for the whole 3 months.
He's going on vacation first. He didn't
Yeah, I know
explain
that.
it. On a cruise, private yacht, him and the Stallones.
Yeah, then
We need some footage of that for a week.
Italy, we do Italy for 2 weeks, and then they go back home, and then we and him go to Bulgaria, and then I stay there for like.
You got a
3
tough
months.
life, man.
Is it coming out next summer?
Probably, I would say 4th of July, maybe.
Okay, well,
If they do it that fast, I don't know, but he's got a
It's a
movie coming out in
summer
a week or
blockbuster.
so.
Is it the prison movie?
Yeah, The Escape Plan. It was originally called The Tomb. I don't know, with him and Schwarzenegger doing that. And then he's got the other one that we did in New Orleans with Robert De Niro.
Grudge Match.
Grudge Fight, where Rocky fights Raging Bull in the ring.
nice.
Yeah. That looks like a winner. Kevin Hart got
Oh,
a big
the
part in
comedian?
it. Yeah,
He's funny.
got a big part.
Kim Basinger, right?
Yeah,
How's she looking?
good.
She's got to be pushing 60.
59. She looks
Whoa.
great.
Wow.
She ain't got a
Did
wrinkle
you
on
hit
her
that?
face. She's great looking, and she's
She's a sweetheart.
she's been around a long time.
Yeah, many years.
9.5 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And all those movies she did. She's
Marrying
still doing those things.
LA Confidential. Hey, more importantly, how are you going to keep in touch when you're overseas?
I'm
Are
going to
you
get a
gonna
phone.
leave some
That's
message?
Kim. Loan me your phone. How do I use it and all that? I know his phone can
And
do
learn
it,
how
but-
to text, too. Then
No, I can't.
What?
do that. I can't.
Come on. You'll have a lot of fucking free time. Have your
Please, text.
Bulgarian wife show you how to do it.
How do you do it? I mean, what do you
You
got
just
to
do
Well,
it.
your phone doesn't have the actual like key. You know, you have numeric keypad, but you don't have a QWERTY keyboard.
No, there's letters on there.
Yeah, but
You can text with any
to
phone,
text
Matt.
with that, then you have to hit the 2-3 times to get a
get to the
C.
C, yeah.
That's really, you can't do it. That's just no one.
Oh,
Buy a Euro phone and
I'm going to
for
get an
$100 a
iPhone when I
month,
come back. I
Get
already
an
made the
iPhone,
deal
yeah.
with the guys.
There you
When I
go.
come back,
Get something
I'll
out there. We need and I'll need some recordings so I can play it on here for see how you're doing. All right.
Yeah,
Or-
okay. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Just leave him some voicemails. Like find a way to call him and leave a message.
voicemails.
yeah, just leave
call
me a
his
message
phone
on
and-
here
Leave a message on
when
his
you
phone.
call.
and
Call
then,
me,
and then
like because you'll call at 3 a.m. when it's
10-hour difference. In other words, when it's 11:30 at night,
Mm-hmm.
to me it's 1:30.
day
No,
something.
I don't know.
They're
Maybe
10
at
ahead.
night.
They're 10
They're
ahead.
10 ahead of us.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that's what it is.
So if it's midnight here, it's 10 a.m. in the
No,
morning.
it's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. over there and midnight over here.
No. 12
If it's midnight
plus
there,
10.
if it's midnight there, it's
it's 10 a.m. here.
It's
I don't know.
2.
2.
It's
It's
2.
2
yeah.
in the afternoon.
Okay.
Bob Forster was calling me from there. He did a movie there, and he was like, Frank, it's 11:30 at night over here. He says, oh, Frank, it's 11:30 in the afternoon. I think, I don't know. You're right,
10
10
hours.
hours. It's 10 hours.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
First class? You fly first class?
Virgin Atlantic, that's all first class.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get your own
sweet.
pod.
Get some points.
I'm going to, yes.
Bring back a mail order bride too. I bet
I
you
am.
could.
If I can get one, a Bulgarian beauty, I'll
Oh
get one.
yeah. She'll clean. She'll cook.
I'm going to teach them.
Yeah.
Say this.
Yes.
Say, I love you, Frank.
Say,
Are you-
say the
I
film
love
is
it.
always better than the book.
Are you taking copies of 29th Street?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go.
There'll be a
Bob
screening
Forster
every
told
Friday.
me-
in the
Bob Forster-
trailer.
I said, Bob, how about me over there? He says, you better bring a lot of copies, Frank. They don't understand English.
They make movies about guys like me.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, but
Well, that's going to be a great trip.
Bulgaria.
Document it. Take some pictures.
yeah, I
maybe
got a
little
digital
video.
camera. It's a Vivitar, but it's digital.
All right.
You know?
You can send those via the web. We'd love to see them.
Everybody
Post them.
says to me, where do I get all this stuff from? The Smithsonian?
Yeah.
My phone, the camera, they saw my camera. This isn't a camera.
Well,
Yeah.
we want to wish you well, safe trip, and
You got anything after that? You got anything lined up after that?
Whatever he's doing, I'm ready.
come on, Sly, keep it rolling.
What about Rocky 8? Let's do it.
He's in. He's in.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, he's going to do something. Oh,
Yeah.
Who's directing this?
a guy from Australia who made a film in Australia.
Still, didn't he direct the first one?
He wrote and directed the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote the second one. Now he's writing the third, but he ain't directing.
Oh, okay.
It's too much.
Yeah.
You know.
So they
Yeah,
can do that.
Expendables 3.
All right, coming to a theater.
Wasn't that funny with North
Yes,
McDonald?
it was.
Oh no, Paradise
Sly's got
Alley.
a good sense of humor.
Yes, he does. He showed the moment where they were dancing. You know, the Roxy guys.
Yeah. Roxbury.
And he told me, he said, that ain't easy. I'm telling you, you couldn't do it. A jerk like you couldn't do that. Oh, yeah, he
Now
knows.
I know why he brings you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a little buddy.
He does all that. It's just, you know.
All right.
You
Well,
can't do it.
I think we did it, kids.
Yeah.
I think it's a wrap.
Remember what I said? It was sinking. I know it's bad news.
Remember where you heard
I'm
it first.
telling you,
It's
heard
the
it
end of the
first.
world
I'll
here.
be gone, and you can say, "I got this tape." This guy Pesce said it a long time ago. After I'm dead, I'll be dead in 15 years.
What-
You can do it.
Let's spend the next 3 months finding music he would like. New music that Frank Pesce would like.
Oh, please!
I'm with
Yeah.
him.
You don't think it's out there? You don't think that
I-
exists?
Oh,
I-
thanks for being an honest guy.
You know what?
got to face the music. Let me tell
I
you,
probably couldn't
you're
name-
wrong. You're just wrong. The talent is gone. It's
bet
not
you-
there. The writing ain't there.
Have you heard Bruno Mars?
Yeah, I like him.
You like?
He does cover songs a lot too. He's really not so original.
No, he's not original.
Josh Groban.
but- Michael Bublé's
Probably got
not
a-
original. Does he do originals?
He does some original songs. Yeah.
Well, he's got some. But most of
but his hits
But
are
most
the
he's doing the
same.
Frank stuff. But come on, you didn't like Frank Sinatra. You got Bobby Darin. You had Andy
You don't like
Williams.
Lady
you had Tony
Gaga?
Bennett. You have all of them. What about those? Speaking of them, well, Madonna is whatever, but she's a lot better than Miley Cyrus, whatever her name is, and who else? Who some of these other lunatics that are running
Perry.
around? These girls.
Kesha.
Katy
Lady
Perry.
Gaga, and
Lady Gaga.
Madonna wrote a lot of them songs, like a Virgin and Take a Picture and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, you got to give her some credit. She's not just some Britney Spears or one of them,
Yeah. No, yeah.
Go out there and shake his.
Oh, what about Christina Aguilera? She could sing, can't she? No?
I don't ever heard her. I'll tell you who I like. This girl Adele. She sings and she writes.
She's great.
Yeah. All right.
There's a
So
great
one
example.
album ago.
Well, there's a whole group. There's a lot of women out there doing the Adele thing.
There is?
now. Yeah, because that was very popular. So everyone's trying to. imitate it.
I don't want no part of Rihanna, Beyonce.
You would love
or
Diana
Rihanna.
Krall.
I do have every album she made.
You'd love that.
Oh, she's great. Yeah. Gee, thank God. Yeah, Diana
All right.
Krall is great.
So there are good people out there somewhere.
I don't disagree that we're sinking. I mean, that's
big time.
That's
and
clear,
in
but
the
that
arts
doesn't mean
too. The music is just not. You know what? Get on your thing and look up the Billboard. You'll really go nuts. Look it up in the 60s, 68, 69. You're going to see the Beatles, the Animals, the Rolling Stones, the Santana. God knows who else is floating around.
but
there. And then what about the Motown sound? That was amazing.
Yeah, but
remember one of them songs that we liked from the Four Tops and the Temptations and Losing? That was great music too. Smokey Robinson. What a great writer that guy is.
But we won't know.
Underrated.
Genius.
We won't
Yes.
know for 40 years, though, because 40 years from now, somebody could say, oh, my God, look at the charts from 2013.
Oh, they had their 40 years. We're stuck with I don't know who do you want to listen to. The 40 years is up. The Beatles came in
For
the
you,
60s.
not us.
Wait a minute. They were around in the 60s. This big invasion hit and all them things hit and the Vietnam War and Bob Dylan and all that. All right. can
You
you
two
count?
will still be around.
40
Pearl
years
Jam.
from that is 104. Is 113. The 40 years is up. And what do we got? Who we listening to? You got me.
I don't know. I don't listen to anybody.
Maroon
I
5.
listen to podcasts.
And we
That's
got
all I
who
listen
else?
to.
Pearl
That's all I
Jam.
listen
Get
to.
out of here with them guys. Please.
All right.
It's not good.
I listen to Stern
It's not good.
podcasts, and that's it.
You're going to say someday I was right. Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
I think everybody loves the music they grew up with. And whatever the music you grew up with, that's the stuff that's in your heart, and then everything
But
after
isn't
that.
it
it never
obvious?
seems old. It
But
never
isn't it
seems out of
obvious
place.
that the music that I grew up with, the older guys,
But you like the music before your time, too. Like, you were saying you like Perry Como. That's before your time, really, isn't it?
yeah, but that still was good too. Those guys
That's
were
what I'm
good.
saying. So I can
Perry
also
Como's
say-
not a stiff. Neither was Dean Martin and
Beatles
Bobby
were
Darin.
for your-
Yeah, but
The Beatles were my version of Perry Como. Like, they came before my time, but I appreciate them. But then I also liked what I grew up with. But then after that,
Yeah,
I lose interest a little bit.
But what I'm saying is, guys you grew up with, they're not great. The Beatles are great. The Rolling Stones are great.
I think U2 is great. I think if you
is
asked-
great.
if you asked
oh,
100
I think
people-
U2 is okay. They're not.
They were
They're not
relevant
the
for
same
25
league.
years. Come on. U2 was relevant for 25 years, from
I like
83 to...
Coldplay.
And you like Coldplay?
I like Coldplay.
He's a great
God.
writer and a good singer.
Coldplay
I know off the
gets a
top
bad
of my
rap.
head the
I
album
think
by
so.
Santana
I would
Abraxas. It was great.
Yeah.
The Beatles, Sgt. Pepper and Revolver and there's other. I can't think of them. They were so amazing. Oh, what's the one?
Abbey
Abbey
Road.
Road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
She came into
Maxwell Silverhammer and all. What the hell were these guys?
George
thinking?
Harrison's best song. Here
What about
Comes the
John
Sun.
Lennon? Imagine. What about George Harrison?
about John
While
Lennon
my
marrying
guitar
that devil woman?
gently weeps. George Harrison on his own, and Paul McCartney made a whole bunch of.
Okay.
Those guys ain't in the
Frank
same league
Sinatra
with
thought
them.
nobody is.
something by George Harrison.
He also did
One of the
Yesterday.
greatest, love songs
He did
ever
something he did yesterday.
Did he?
Please, I don't think if he was alive, he'd do anything by Maroon 5 or Coldplay.
I bet
Who
he'd do
else?
Coldplay. He'd do a duet with
He
him.
might do some Michael Bublé stuff.
Oh, he did that stuff, but I'm just, and the movie sucked too.
Okay.
Real bad.
Except for
All right,
Zodiac.
all right.
Zodiac was
We
good.
need to sign off,
Stand by Zodiac.
Ed. Frankly speaking, I'm,
Remember, when I'm dead, I'll be dead within 20 years. Remember, save this tape.
Do you tell
All right.
Stallone that movies stink now as he's making them, like right in the middle of making Expendables?
Oh, he says yeah. He agrees.
Oh, okay.
So they're not as good as they used to be. He knows that. Oh, he loves those. What do you call?
No, but he's
aware
part
of Marlon
He's
Brando.
part of the machine, though, that's making these
Yeah, that's
summer
what I'm saying.
blockbuster popcorn movies.
They're paying him. What is he going to
Okay,
do?
so that's it?
You know, they want to see these things. Whatever.
they're
But he, you know who he's a big fan of? He loves Lee J. Cobb. In like 12 Angry Men. He loves that kind of. Oh, yeah, he's,
He seems like a smart guy. I'm sure.
Well, he's
I'm
an
sure
artist. He's a painter. He's a he's a sensitive soul.
Right.
He reads. I give him movies. I see him the next day. Did you watch it? Yeah, I watched it. It was okay. He watches.
And he reads.
How does what when 29th Street comes out? What does Stallone say to you?
I told him. He said it was okay. I said, "What do you mean it was okay?" I says, "Well, it was great." I says, "You made a movie about Rocky Balboa. Frankie Pesce made a movie about Frankie Pesce." And he said to me, "Yeah, but you didn't play yourself." And I says, "I didn't want to play myself." Then he got me in the headlock and hit me on the head and said, "This guy's a Neanderthal."
Oh, my God. Just think of all that fun on the boat, you guys in your Speedos running around.
I once showed him a tape of me on a game show. I showed you that, didn't I? When I was on the game show?
Yeah.
And I had this incredible hairdo. It was in the
Carlito's Way,
70s.
afro.
So I was telling him the story. And I said they wouldn't put me on Name That Tune, but they had a new show that was written by the same producer, but I got on that. So his daughters were around. And I said, want to see me in the game show and all that? And yeah. And he goes, "Oh, no, you're not going to put that on with that hairdo you had." What's the name of that show? Name That Fart? I says, "Oh, come on." Yes, this guy has a sense of humor. Trust me.
Yeah.
Good one.
That's
all right,
awesome.
so look, I ain't going to see you for months.
I know. Have a
You
good time.
either too after Monday. Oh. What
Hey,
a great... We found a great place. I'm going to give him a plug now. Yeah, everybody. Car del Sol. Go there for the happy hour from
I know that
5
place.
o'clock on till closing, 7 nights a week.
Where is that? Remind me.
Where Lancashire
and
splits with
Lancashire.
Cahuenga.
Right
There's
between her legs.
Right
Right there.
by the,
The Cahuenga Triangle.
The Toyota guys selling cars there, but it's Car del Sol.
In the shadows of
It's
Universal.
great. It's
$5.
Rigatoni.
A lot of action.
Real
Lot of
good.
action.
Meatballs. Real. $5. Me and him go in there, yeah. I order 3 of them, he orders 3 of them. You're full. And it's great.
Is there any place to get like good frozen yogurt?
Near there?
Oh, well, you know where? Underneath the Daily Grill.
Yeah.
No, I was so hoping Frank was going to curse you out for wanting yogurt. I know where to get them. Go up your fucking ass.
No, if I want
I'm
to go
not
for
crazy
dessert,
about it. I can't eat
go
it.
for dessert
Free
after.
I
dessert.
can't eat. I get a head freeze every time.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My head, and I get those samples, the pre-samples. And
Yeah.
I
And he
still
says,
get a
"I'm
head
good."
freeze.
That's all he takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you know what? I
give
couldn't eat
couple
anymore.
bucks.
But I give her a $1 tip. I give her a $1 tip. No.
It's just
He's
filled
a
me up.
gentleman. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a great trip.
Yeah, we'll see when we get back.
Yeah.
And I'll have some new conspiracies.
Are you going to take Pat to the premiere?
Of Grudge Fight.
There you go.
When I come back, Grudge Fight will be ready. It's supposed to
All
open
right.
up Christmas. Oh, yeah. We'll go to the
Good times.
premiere.
All right. Well, you want to close this up?
If
here?
they have one.
No, I
don't
close
know.
it. Where? Who are you again? I am
It doesn't matter.
at Von Stroheim
Yeah.
at something.
Yeah.
Frankly speaking, what a pleasure, Matt Belknap. Thank you, Frank
Great
Pesh.
Matt
Have a
Belknap.
Have a trip.
Watch
Have a great
29th
trip.
Street again.
And,
Rating of an 8.
And good job.
Could've
I
given
might
me a
say that
9.
for the first time.
An
Good
hour
job.
and 7 minutes.
All right. Do a little editing, please.
of this.
Hey, it is
All
what
right.
it is, guys.
All right.
No, this
Thank
goes
you.
out.
All right, you're off the air.
It's all gold.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Close.
Goodbye.
Close.
So, what do I tell him to do? Hulu?
Yeah, Hulu. And you go to hulu.com and you just type in Stallone,
In the
SNL,
search.
and it'll show you all the different sketches on there.
Isn't that funny?
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely.